And the winner of Best Performance is Viva Seifert, The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3.
What is everybody? Welcome back to youtube.com/RajFormer. I'm your host for today, Roger Picorni, also known as @RajFormer on the internet. If you couldn't already tell, because you're on youtube.com/RajFormer, how could you not know? So the Game Awards just happened earlier tonight, and I wanted to talk about it because it is noteworthy. So, this year I think was actually very interesting, had a lot of great moments, had a lot of touching moments, and also had a lot of hilarious moments. I want to talk about some of the things, some of the announcements, and just the idea of having a Game Awards. Is it good? Is it bad? What does it mean? So there was a lot of amazing moments that happened during this show. I mean, besides the awards, because I think a lot of people watch this award ceremony for not necessarily the awards, but for the announcements. Hell, I was watching it for the announcements because I can watch a ton of other award ceremonies for their choices of best game of the year, but I decided to watch this because of the announcements, and God, I was so happy with these announcements. At one point, I got up and I started screaming, and my mom had to yell at me and tell me that they're neighbors. And for a moment, I forgot that we had neighbors because I was so goddamn excited. And of course, I was excited about Batman Telltale video game. Holy shit. I think it's easily documented on my YouTube channel how much I love Telltale games and their formula, and the fact that a Marvel Telltale game is happening, that got me excited enough, but the fact the entire build-up, god damn it, to this Telltale Batman game that came out of the blue was so exciting to me. At first I thought it was a DC reboot game, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's a Batman game. Oh, it's a Telltale game. That really came as a huge surprise, and I am really happy it's happening because I think that Batman is such a complex character, and a Telltale game would really do him justice. I think the best parts of Arkham Knight is not necessarily the gameplay, it's the story. So to see a fully story-based game, I think that is quite exciting. Another notable announcement that happened that might not be very exciting for me, but I know is exciting for the internet, is Psychonauts 2. Holy crap, the internet probably exploded when that happened. Everyone loves Psychonauts, the original game, so the fact that a sequel is actually happening and you can invest in the game and fund it is very exciting. I can't wait to see how that game does and how the idea of the crowdfunding service, the FIG, works, because I think that's such a cool idea, being able to invest in a video game and you get money back if the game does well. So I think that's a very interesting model, and I think that Psychonauts 2 has definitely the capacity to do super well. We saw a little bit more footage of Far Cry Primal, which actually does look really interesting. I like the idea that there is no English being spoken during the game. It's all pretty much subtitles. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the entire game, but I'm kind of hoping that the game is just subtitles, and I just want to turn off those subtitles and just kind of experience the game as just like figuring it out through hand movements and all that stuff, because I think that's interesting. I think the aesthetic of the game is really cool. I think this is a cool direction for the game, and I like that it's a full-blown game. It looks beautiful, and I think that this game has a lot of possibilities to just be cool and interesting. It's also coming out in February, which is super close. I'm way more excited to play this game than I was to play Far Cry 4, so I think that's a good sign. Something different for the franchise I think it desperately needs. Another awesome, notable piece of news in terms of the awards, Greg Miller won Trending Gamer of the Year, and not necessarily the fact that he won, because I think we all kind of expected that because the Kinda Funny community is crazy and amazing, but I think the best part of this is his speech, which is so inspirational, and it's amazing, and he really talks about the creators and developers, and he has this amazing just speech dealing with how important video games is to every single one of us, and how we should respect and admire the people that make video games, and how we should treat people that are creating the future of video games. If you really want to watch that speech, you should look in the description below. I've linked it all out, including a bunch of other stuff. That speech is incredible. I think it's very inspirational. I think I might just keep on watching it on loop just to get me a little bit more hyped. This Game Awards was super touching and beautiful. Other than that Greg Miller speech, there was an entire section dedicated to Satoru Iwata, who sadly passed away this year, and it was beautiful, and there was a performance art, and Reggie came out on stage and he talked about what he meant to them and what he meant as a friend to him. It's just kind of beautiful, and I think a lot of people need to watch that and really just realize how much of an amazing person that guy is, because I think a lot of people look and they see the banana person from Nintendo Direct, but he was so much more. He was a creator, he was a developer, but at his heart, he was an innovator. And the idea that the Game Awards isn't just about giving awards, it's about acknowledging video games as an art. is very special. And that leads me right into, should the Game Awards be a thing? And hell yes. This year was amazing. This was a fantastic Game Awards. I think, the idea of it, I think that gamers as a whole, we're kind of like the new medium. So we're like, screw the old past things, screw the Oscars, screw all that stuff. We want to be our own things. We don't need that stuff. And I don't think we necessarily need a game show. It's not necessarily, but it's a fun thing. I think anytime we can bring gamers, developers, critics all together in one room or watching one thing and just celebrate video games, celebrate the good, the bad, the beautiful, that is special. And sure, if we're giving away awards, you can talk about the idea, you can do the Kanye speech about him yelling about, how awards shouldn't be given, and I think there's some merit to that, but I think the idea that just everyone's there and just kind of celebrating is spectacular, even if there's a lot of hiccups sometimes during the award ceremonies, which make for amazing Twitter posts, but I think it's pretty cool nonetheless that we all come together and just have a good time. I think this year didn't have as many cringeworthy moments or, comedians pretending to be funny or making fun of gamers. It was just pure love of games. And I like that. So what did you guys think about the show? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you miss Joe McHale? Of course you did. Everyone did. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Of course, RajFormer.com, YouTube.com/RajFormer. Bye!